Come on, quick. There it is. There it is.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, you gonna pull a razor on me, huh? You better put that motherfucking razor away. I'm not playing with you now. Who here? First off, you haven't seen anything on a normal day with this.
What you mean? This ain't a normal day? I mean, shit do wear off.
Nigga, it's not a normal day.
What's wrong with him?
Nigga, the normal day is when I catch you at the
Wait, hold on. So you gonna vote for Kanye?
We talked
Actually,
we talked about that last week.
we can talk about it, but yeah, I mean, it depends. If it's Kanye versus Trump, yes.
One.
If it's Kanye versus Biden, I would feel bad.
There's two.
You know, I mean, and
There's three. And I'm about to get you.
how do you feel?
Back again in another week of If You Will. It's your boy Will, aka Kibbles. 130 Dookie Kibbles on the title. 130, if you will, a whole
Pound. What's up?
How? Got my boy A back in the building.
What's up, y'all?
Had to clear the throat.
Yeah, I almost choked. It's a little, you know, we got a different setup.
Yeah,
YouTube
setup.
world, a little bit of YouTube world.
We in Bel Air today, folks.
We
in Bel Air
the
today.
Fresh Prince.
We got everything that's like, we'll buzz you in when you get here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Beverly. It's like, can I hold your bag, son?
Bentley, what you need?
Like, Jeffrey.
We got all glasses. We
It's
got no
like,
plastic.
it's like, take your shoes off when you hit the door.
It's all wood floor.
Hey. It's like, we got spare outfit for you in the spare bedroom, alright?
Did you have them socks on all day today? We got another pair for you. Go ahead and put
It's
these on
like,
real
damn.
quick. But yeah.
Our ice machines choose to ice at you one at a time. Like,
You need ice for your cup?
Kool-Aid come out of the dispenser.
If you use the bathroom, it's a bidet. You ain't never had your ass squeezed, you got on the bidet. So we gonna introduce the special guest today.
You got introduced us, but you got
We
reintroduced.
got something for Daniel Danielle. It's on PTO this week.
PTO, we got a day off.
We'll see you next week. Man. Gotta get my 3 fingers for.
Stupid, yeah, 3 fingers for
You might want a day, you know.
Always reintroduce our special guest. They ain't been here before.
If you listen to the episode, it's a man thing. Gina! We got my boy back in the building, aka I don't get my feet done, aka cut her ankles up, aka my glasses is finally fixed.
Yes, Lord.
After 6 years, 3 days, 4 months of not being able to see.
The jump shot gonna be off.
Joe, I play tennis. Glasses fixed Taylor in the building.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
That's so he's dry. He ain't you too. I'm sorry. I apologize. My boy dry.
Hey, that's my cat.
About as dry as that jump shot can be when we get back in the gym. Yeah. And then we have this lovely person. You know, this lovely woman, aka my guy's son's mother, aka I can't stand him, aka his basket's in the corner, aka it's my 5th cup of wine. This Jay. Oh yeah, got me started. We got started today. We started today. The boy rocking the shirt he got on Father's Day. Look at that, man. Look good. What does the shirt say, man?
I don't know.
You don't know what the shirt say. You wear it, but you don't know what it say. Black fathers, black leader, black king. I see you. I see you. Can't see the shirt. It's glasses that are fixed. So yeah, hey. How was your week, my brother?
Man. My week was good, man. Not much different. It was kind of stressful, but I'm glad it's the weekend. I ain't gonna lie.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
Baby. Anything happen this week?
Man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. As far as working out, I only worked out 3 days this week.
You gonna be both.
The first week was like 6 days. Every morning I was up. Man, I couldn't get up early enough. I mean, late enough. I was up.
Which one?
Hey, I was getting up at.
You can't get early or late.
I was getting up at line fucking 7:30. I had to be up at 7. I was getting up at 8 o'clock. I had to be up at 6. I'm like, man, hey, you know what it was? Me and my lady definitely was having late nights.
Like the one that's gonna be happening to New Orleans.
So I couldn't get up.
Couldn't get up.
I couldn't get up.
You got up at night, but you ain't get up in the morning.
Yeah, well, all my little energy out, you know. I'm getting old out here, man. Hey,
It ain't moving like we used to.
I said shit. I threw my back out. I laid out. Nah, I'm just playing. But I I definitely was tired. You know, you get that little fucking in your system. You like, man, fuck it.
You little fucking in your system or fucking in your
You
system?
heard what I said.
Which one is it? Both of them?
You heard what I said.
Ooh, he was in that body like,
A little bit of fucking in your system make you say fuck it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, how about you, bro?
Man, my week was good, man. I hit the week hard. I did about 6.7 mile walk at Creek Court Lake.
I saw that. I was jealous.
Boy, when I say I had jogging pants on, a hoodie, a sauna vest, 2 t-shirts underneath the hoodie.
Oh, you trying to fall out?
Oh, no. I stay hydrated. I drink a gallon of water a day.
And you sweat like a
But
bitch.
I'm like, it's that cup he pouring right now. My back and my jacket, no, it's just drenched.
Joe will tell you, he sweat like a motherfucker, boy. You ever play basketball against him, you would know.
I sweat. But it was a
like
good
2,
walk.
3 shirts.
But my workout been going good, man. Y'all, you might lose. I
I
might
ain't
get
gonna
you.
lose. I ain't gonna come in
I
last.
might get you. Because the 2-pack coming in.
I told you I dropped 4 pounds the first week though.
Okay, nobody asked you on it.
Yeah,
Just let you go
This is
down.
about weight loss, right?
It's my weight loss. This is what's going down. The 2-pack in. So when the 2-pack start coming in, I know I'm dropping weight. I ain't had to check my weight.
You better check.
I ain't checking.
You gonna be like, God damn, I gained 2 pounds.
I'm like, yeah, that's all muscle. Nigga, get it on. Give me the on. They be like,
You know, but you know what they say. Muscle weighs more.
Yeah. And that's my thing. Is I feel like I'm gonna lose this weight, and once we exit, you got like another 2-3 weeks left.
No, we got about a month left. It's only the 17th.
We got a month left, so I'm gonna lose the weight, and everything gonna start getting bigger, and I'm gonna get stronger again.
You gain the
And that
muscle.
muscle gonna come right back. I'll be at the same damn weight I was when we started. I'm gonna have to call technicality on that shit. I'm like, nigga, no,
He's like, I look good.
I got a 3-pack, nigga, and the arms cut up. Nigga, y'all see I worked hard.
I'm
You
gonna
see
say,
I
I'm
worked
gonna
hard.
say, yup, and I'm shaving your beard. You lost a lot of weight.
I'll take the paintballs on
I say,
my beard shade.
you gonna look real good when we shave that beard.
I'm big motherfucker, but I didn't want to go there. We still went there.
How long will it take for you to grow your beard back?
This, I say give it 2 months.
'Cause you know that's what I'm voting for.
2 months. They say 2 months.
It'll take 2 months?
2 months.
Okay.
And it'd be 2 months of me calling it work.
You so stupid. This nigga gonna be in the dark.
Don't turn on the lights. Don't do it.
I'm naked.
I'm naked.
Naked
I'm
mode
like fucking Kim Possible, right? Do I look pretty?
We gonna be showing up for no reason. Hey man, I brought you some ice.
Look, and every time they be like, oh, we gonna start hooping again. Oh, I can't make it. I ain't got no beard. That's a rule. You can't hoop with no beard.
Him sick.
Me sick.
Him sick.
Anyways, all right, my boy, Mr. I play tennis. How's your week, man?
Yo, you play tennis for real?
You play tennis in high school, yeah. That's what I told him.
Hey, tennis that shit, bro. If you never play.
He wasn't most athletic, but he played some tennis.
I was pretty athletic.
Mm-hmm.
We played basketball with you.
Y'all should know, y'all know.
Hey.
Beginning of
It's a fact. Man, they never lied to
before
me.
before y'all were there, it was a whole different story. But now, I'll let y'all have it now. So
You let us have it?
yeah,
Oh, really?
I'll
Let
let
us
y'all
have
have it. I was like, I just passed it on to the next generation. So it's okay.
Nigga, we both older than you.
By 1 year, so I mean, it's okay.
I'm older than you by months. He older than you by a year. No,
Okay.
he older than you by months too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you 20 now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to be 30 in a minute.
Oh, yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about
Y'all ashamed?
I ain't ashamed, but if I go into 30 with no beard, we'll have a problem.
Bro, you want to hurt with no beard, you better run. I know you don't like running.
Nigga, I'm
You
like,
better run.
I'm like Instagram name, tired of
Tired of
running.
Hey, you better run, goddamn. They're running paying off.
Nigga, I'm in the motherfucker like, hey, y'all gonna have to catch me that day. If I lose, I'm gone. I'm like, nigga, we gotta do it. No, y'all not. You want to catch a nigga.
Stupid.
So you get to choose what?
The top 4 get to choose.
Okay.
So whoever the top 4 winners is get to choose the bottom 2 people.
No, that's not true.
What is it? So
The
sixth
loser,
place person,
the loser gets to pick his own punishment.
the
Okay.
bottom 2
Yeah.
losers.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there you go.
The bottom 2, they get to pick their own punishment, but it gotta be one of them.
Who?
Punishment.
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 Words are hard. I'll catch you every week. Words are hard. Punishment. We ain't never smoke. They ain't never smoke.
Hey,
How about you, Miss? Gave me the greatest guy son in the world. How you doing? How's your
Oh,
week?
I've been off on PTO all week. I
Oh,
went to work and coughed twice. They sent my ass home.
for real? She went working.
Yes.
She did that shit on purpose.
like mistakes, like
No, like they like, did we check your temperature today?
Damn. No, she hasn't.
oh man.
So she gets some nut in her shit. She gonna cough regardless.
Damn.
Sent my ass home. I was at work for all of like 10 minutes.
Just
Damn.
like, Mama.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it.
I mean,
So,
I wish I would. I've been working calling away from the city home. No, we understand. Okay.
Need your ass at work.
I
get
can't
rich
breathe.
without
Can you
trying.
breathe every 2 seconds? All right, you good. We keep you for a couple more hours.
Damn.
I cleared my throat once and coughed the second time, and my manager was like,
You should tell them like you
"It's
was.
time for you to go."
You should tell them you was
Damn.
Dougie Fresh. You should like listen to Dougie.
And once Missouri hit a cold red, I can't go back to it.
Shit.
You
Ain't
talking
you?
about you talking about the shit that came before.
So right now Missouri is in orange. We went from
Who the fuck
yellow.
made this color scale?
Listen, I don't know. We went from yellow to orange in a matter of 2 days last weekend. Once we hit red, because I'm asthmatic, we're gonna keep me on.
Okay. That means I'll be back at work again, still at work.
Does that
have
protect you?
Yeah, she's asthmatic.
Okay.
Her chances are higher.
Cause
You still get paid?
I'm salary, so.
She says, nigga, say the word with me.
I'm just
Salary.
saying. I'm just saying. I ain't
Not
mad.
celery, that's something that you eat.
I ain't mad
Salary.
at him.
Supervisor.
Supervisor,
I
boss
ain't
lady.
mad at you. That's what I'm saying. Hey, shit.
I'm trying to get like her when I get young.
Right.
When you get young.
When I get young. And she knows she's the baby of the group right now.
Mm.
When I get young.
Well, I
I
tell
get
you.
my thing for the week. Did I told you I did call this week?
No. What you get caught?
Like I said, they said my head looked like a burnt raisin.
Mm.
A light skinned raisin. It's dried up.
Hey, man. Y'all gotta get these kids books.
They said that my head looked like a dried up raisin. I said, oh, okay.
Hey, man. Y'all got a library at that facility, man. These kids
No, we do not.
need to read, man. That's my suggestion.
They need to read to get better jokes, because their jokes be terrible.
I'm just saying, man. These kids ain't got
Oh, I
nothing
thought that
better.
was kind of funny.
The best one they had was Deadshot. That's the best
That
one.
was
they
the
had.
best
That was
one.
the best one.
Hey,
Okay, okay.
And my calves are like ham hocks. I give him that. I got some big calves.
These kids ain't got nothing better to do than talk about your ass all day. I guess you all sitting in like the center of the pod.
I'm the desk is like this, like we sitting there right now, and then everything else there.
Yeah.
So they got to come to me to talk trash.
But
They
they
come out,
they
they come out
watching
the room in the morning ready to start flaming. Oh, you here, kid? Oh, dry raisin head. Like, come on, man. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, we already started the day off. I had a flame you already? The day just started? Come on. I'm going to give you a little leeway. They go on for about an hour.
Man.
Anyways, all right, I'm having to you ready to get into your icebreaker.
Yeah, let's get into it. Hey, I'm about to surprise y'all.
You want
'Cause
that
it ain't the one you picked.
Oh,
It ain't the one you picked. By the way, shout out.
to Miss Tay.
Shout out to
Appreciate
Miss Tay.
you for the
Hooked
call.
us up. This is not a game.
Mhm.
This is not a game. Hey, this is gonna actually change the dynamics of the show. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these are good. So here's the first one, right? Blacks that are well spoken are trying to be right. So you're supposed to make it's a statement or a reaction.
You gonna
And
ask
you have to
people's
respond.
heads right now. Go ahead, I'm listening.
You supposed to what?
Go ahead, you gonna want people's heads right now. Go ahead.
I ain't going on over here.
Right.
Did you hear the statement?
Yeah, I understand.
Blacks that are well spoken are trying to be white. Go ahead, Will. What you think about that
Now,
statement?
reaction statement.
What's your reaction to it?
What is trying to be white?
Well, what's the rules of this game?
Ain't no rules.
Oh, you just asked
read-
questions.
read
because
the
I
top of the
can
green. What does it say?
articulate
What
well.
does it say on the top of the card?
Statement and reaction.
So you can give a statement to it and you get a reaction.
Okay.
So my statement to it, or reaction to it is what is being white.
What is being white?
When our culture is the most influential culture.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the rest of it?
That was it. Blacks that are, it's a statement. So it's saying blacks that are well spoken are trying to be right. So your reaction to that is what is
We've always been well spoken.
what is trying to be white?
Our culture is taken and turned into something else,
Uh-huh.
and they try to say that we're not the one that's doing something proper, like, but it's us that started everything. So
Okay.
that's me. That's all.
That's how you feel.
Give me my short and simple, short
how
and
you feel.
simple. What about you, then, Jay?
So because I am well spoken, I can articulate myself well.
Ooh.
I'm trying to be white.
I understand that. But you've heard the statement before.
I've heard this statement before, but I feel
How you
like
feel about it?
Ebonics is something that is our culture. That is what we do. Just because I can go to work and I can speak to my white cohorts, my white, co-workers in a manner that is, I don't want to say appropriate, but gets my point across better for them.
Yeah, it's
Does not mean
communication.
I'm
Basic
trying to be
communication.
But I can hang with the best of both worlds.
I think it's called code switching. Code switching is what it's titled. if you're able to communicate with people who speak Ebonics, who, you know, talk from the hood, that's the dialect they speak. But you also are professional and can be, so you can communicate with both sides of the fence. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's not.
What you
I
think,
have
Joe?
to do it all day long, every day.
All day.
Here you go.
Yeah, I can concur with Jerry was saying. Like, yeah, you can speak both from where you from and
Where's
then
those songs spoken?
to professional level. Yeah, so I would concur with Jerry.
I
I
concur.
concur.
I concur.
He know what to do.
I concur.
Baby saying color blue. I concur. I know
I concur. I like that, man. I'm about to adapt that. That's in the bag, nigga.
I'm slowly moving that basket.
My boy got it in the bag.
I'm
Yeah.
slowly moving that basket.
I'm bringing
That
it.
basket slowly going to the TV. I concur. Oh, you concur, baby? Oh.
Smuggling shit. He's smuggling a pair of socks in his pocket.
Her drawers in the drawer. Here you. Is it gonna stay? All right, it's
As
safe.
soon as they leave, I'm gonna go find out what's back there. That shit nice and tidy and put it back where it came from.
I put it in a pair of her drawers. So she wants to
I'm
see it.
stupid. Hey, I'm dead, bro. Where all these face towels come from?
Nigga, I ain't washed my face this much. What the fuck?
Oh man. So yeah, with me, I think definitely I feel the same way, man. What exactly is talking white? I feel like I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's ignorance coming out. People say that stuff because either they can't do it or they never had that. They just never were educated enough to do it, and it ain't. Sometimes it's not their fault. But you can't sit there and talk trash and bully and try to, have these comments about other people because they are successful.
Right.
And really, that's what it takes sometimes. You are your experiences. So if you've never been in a position to like have these conversations with people and communicate effectively and thrive on a professional level, then that's where you hear these statements from.
Right.
Them people that never really made it to that point. They say stuff like that just to kind of laugh and they make them feel better about themselves, I guess. When you sit there and talk about how somebody sound white, when really they communicating effectively with somebody that you can't.
Right.
And it also comes down to you change the dynamic of what it is that you're talking about. You get the response that you're looking for with the way that you communicate with people. So the way that I talk to you would not be the way that I go to work and I talk to. Right. Well, the way I talk to you, not the way I talk to Joe. The way I talk to Joe, not the way I go to work and I communicate with my white boss.
But then my thing is, how you talking white? But I can speak to an Indian person. I can speak to an Asian person. I can speak to a Filipino person. Who does the same thing. But I can speak to all these people. So am I talking white to them, or am I just communicating in a better form and fashion?
I know I do it all day, every day. So you know how I got a caseload. I got a caseload of about 100 people. They are all different, come from different backgrounds, and they sit in front of my desk. And so it's my job to be able to listen to them and communicate to them so they can understand and grasp and try to be a better person. So when all day I'm sitting there going to the lobby, bringing them back, and I sit them down. Hey, how you doing? And it could be just me. I could be just me, but sometimes people just don't respond to just me. So what I have to do is take a step back and reevaluate how I'm coming across and say, okay, like if it's somebody that's from the hood, like some of these dudes is real thuggish. And they be like, man, fuck that shit, man. All I want to do is get off papers. And I be like, I hear you, man. I was like, but sometimes you gotta say that. I hear you, man. Meanwhile, I got a 65-year-old white man, and I was like, yes, sir. This is what's going on. So, and somebody been on supervision before. You ain't gotta sit there and explain everything to him. All you do is sit there and say, all right, well, you done this before, so
yeah, you gonna do it
You can also cultivate the responses that you get also, because people will respond differently to the way that you communicate with them.
Yeah.
And I think that I know for myself personally, a lot of people when they look at me don't see somebody who I can hang with the best. I am very good at my job, but a lot of people don't see that because they don't see past the nose ring and locks in my head. So I cultivate my conversations and I pick and choose what responses that I'm looking for from you with the way that I talk to you.
yeah. Absolutely.
I forgot she had the nose ring. I ain't seen it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it's true. And remember we was talking about this, like, growing up, I had my hair low, wearing waves. Here recently, I started growing my hair. But it's just a part of like the identification. I've always challenged the status quo, and like I felt like I was doing what I was doing just to kind of prove other people wrong. Like I'm like, yo, I'm gonna show you I can do what my counterpart, the white person, would be able to do. I'm gonna do it better than them with more style, and I'm gonna function at a high level. That's always been something to motivate me, right? But I think here recently I got to a point where I was like, I don't really care what other people think. I'm still being a professional. I'm still doing my job at a high level, but the appearance is something I'm comfortable with myself about. And you know, that's kind of what I want to do. I like people that look like me. I want to be a role model. People that look like me can be successful and maintain that same high level that I was reaching with the low haircut.
There you go. Because one big thing I love is going to interviews. Because I go to interviews in a tailored suit. Fuck them up. Damn, I ain't used to no black person coming into an interview, tailored suit on, shoes, tie, everything. I'm like, oh, I ain't know.
But see, when I go to an interview, I'm the exact opposite. When I go to an interview for a nursing position, I'll put my hair up, but I wear scrubs. You want me as a nurse, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna look like your nurse. I may not look like much to you with, listen,
I get what you
my
saying.
hair nappy, I'm not taking my nose ring out or none of that. This is what you get, but I am damn good at my job. And when I open my mouth, you'll know that. So, you know, at this point in my career so far, I don't care no more.
Right.
I'm good at my job. You'll know that when I open my mouth and we have a
You
conversation.
make that phone call like, so how was she at this job? She do her thing. Oh, she don't look like it. How can somebody look like their job?
I think I only reached that comfort level once I had the position I was aiming for. Once I had the position I was aiming for, I was like, okay, now, you know, let me, you know, they know who I am, they know my work, and now let me make a door for somebody else.
I need to let me in now.
But it don't come for free though. Like you gotta work to get where you are, and then you can be. I ain't gonna say then you can be who you are, but you have to work and know. You gotta know society. You gotta know your level and know who you dealing with, because easily I could have been denied any opportunity that I was afforded because of my actions. Just because you know you look a certain way, you behave a certain way, people are gonna respond. There's gonna obviously be a response.
So YouTube, how do y'all feel about that statement? Read it out one more time for the YouTubers. YouTube,
Blacks that are well spoken are trying to be white.
how do y'all feel about it? Comment below your comments. I want to know how y'all feel about this. This is a good question. I want to know. Throw it. It ain't go nowhere. That's how we know we ain't to the strip club anymore. That was horrible. That was a horrible.
Yeah, I used to be able to throw one across the club and then slide like Nelly did on the tip drill video.
So let us know, comment below. Let us know how y'all feel about it. Do you ever feel like you judged? Do you feel like you've been called? Did you talk like you white? So comment below. What else you got for us? Let's go. Next
Hey, we're gonna do it one more. We're gonna do 2 icebreakers.
Okay.
2 icebreakers this week, y'all. Alright, y'all listening? The statement is, hate is a learned behavior.
Go ahead. You put your hands up. Go ahead.
My child is the only black child in daycare.
The daycare he goes to.
At the daycare that he goes to, hate is a learned behavior. Jace ain't going to school and he don't want to play with the little white kids or the little Indian kids to go learn stuff like that because that's not what we teach at home.
Right.
There is no reason that your child, and I mean that's for anybody, that your child is going to go to school and act a certain way unless you instill that in them. And I mean, once you've instilled those things, then they grow up with them, you know? Hate is a learned behavior. People are people. What difference do it make?
And see, with that, everything's going on with the cops, everything's going on with Black Lives Matter, all that. You can see all the grown ass people beefing, fighting each other. You go to any daycare.
And that started at home. That was taught.
You at daycare. I take Layla to school. She can't leave class without everybody hugging her body. And it's every kind of race you can think in the classroom. Bye, Layla, bye, Layla, bye, Layla. And you can tell that Layla friends with everybody. She never says color. She says a kid name. She's like, yeah, blase, blase this, blase, blase that. I've never heard her say kid's color, none of that stuff. She friends with everybody. Everybody loves her. So like you said, I feel like it's a talk thing because kids can't see that.
We took Jace to the park one day, or I might have went by myself. It was me and Jace, and there was a little white boy, and he kept coming up to Jace. Hi, little black boy. Hi, little black boy. And so I'm just sitting there looking at him. Maybe I'm tripping. So I get a little closer so I can hear good. Hi, little black boy. His mama's standing there just watching. So I'm looking at her like,
Right.
so this what we gonna do right here at the playground? It is a learned behavior. She taught him that. I don't think that growing up 5, 6, he was a little older than JC. Color does not need to be taught. You are a person, no matter what color you are.
Mhm.
But instead of, hi friend,
Yeah.
hi little black boy, that was just
It's
an
hard.
interesting experience.
It's hard not
Right.
to teach color right now though. With everything that's going on, it's hard not to like, baby girl, hey, you a black kid, you gotta watch yourself.
Yeah.
So it's hard not to be like, oh, don't see black and white because the society we in right now, you gotta be like, hey, if you're a black girl, you gotta protect yourself at all times.
I disagree though. I feel like it's about how you do it, not what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
We ain't telling our kids go up to little white kids, hey, little white kids.
right. I don't think it's that. I think you teach about race so they know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But you also like I'll just use my daughter for example. So I tell her that she's beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell her that beautiful brown skinned girl or whatever the case may be. But that's self empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
That's more so about letting her know to have confidence and that you are. This is what your daddy think of you. So like that's why we introduce race into it.
Mm-hmm.
So you are proud of who you are. You're not down on yourself, and can't nobody tell you differently.
Right.
But to down another race, that's not how we was raised. Like the school Layla go to, Ava used to go there too. So first of all, it's a Christian school, and I mean is it a Christian school? It's a daycare on a Christian campus.
It's an academy on a
It's an
Christian
academy on a Christian
campus.
campus. So with that being said, there is a mixture of kids there, and they're pretty fair. I feel like that's the type of community I grew up in. I didn't feel like I was a minority growing up. I felt like, man, everything 50-50. If it was a race war, she was gonna go down, we was gonna hold our own. That's how I felt though until I really start traveling and start seeing that, we a minority for real.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we get so much attention.
And it's like you said about telling her that she's a queen and all that. Now, what do we tell our kids that you're introducing them to the black and white then? But it's like you said, it's an empowerment thing. Because once they get to school, oh, you was a slave this, you a slave that. So that's in the constant part where you gotta start like, nah, baby, you a black goddess, you a black this, you a black that, and you empowered.
Take it a step further. Once you grow up, society teaches you the opposite of what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right.
Society does. They dog you. They tell you that you is. That's why, and that's her daddy's struggle. Her daddy is that I was motivated just by people telling me that I couldn't. And not everybody is. Some people accept that.
Right.
So, I would love for her to know who she is before she start reading the news headlines and she starts seeing what they teach you in public school.
That's
But you're not teaching her that to be malicious.
Oh,
No, not at all.
It's
And
just
that's
she
what
know
it is.
oneself.
It's the intent. It's the intent. Because you take that and you grow from it.
But that scares me. That makes me nervous because our kids the same age.
Mm-hmm.
And they about to be in middle school, elementary school already.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit that we teach Layla, how black empowered she is, I feel like it's gonna get her in trouble in school.
Yeah,
And that
maybe.
scares me because she gonna be like, oh well, Christopher Columbus this. I can see baby girl already. That motherfucker ain't discovered that. He discovered an island off the United States, but he ain't discovered that because that's what they gonna teach our kids at the
And it's not gonna get her in trouble though, because that's general opinion right now. Everybody believes that. I don't care what race you are. Everybody can laugh at the fact that Christopher Columbus discovered something that was already here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got white friends that they know that shit. And history is fucked up. Remember I told you they sent that picture, they had the white Egyptians on the fucking social studies book?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
And that movie
he had the crown on and he had all the fucking... I'm
like 3, 4, 5 years ago, they had all white Egyptians in the box office. I'm like,
Yeah. I was like,
movie,
mad disrespectful.
And like I'm like, no, this person ain't rich. It's Manny Musa. They like, who is that? You know what I mean? I'm like, baby girl, don't be smart. It makes me nervous, but I'm gonna love it. But it's like that's when it comes into the play. People are like, oh, you teaching her to be prejudiced. No.
And it's not like you want to teach your kids that you are strong. Like I want to teach Stace that you are strong, you are beautiful, all of these things. But at the same time, I don't want you to be so strong that when you come in contact with somebody who does not like that, it ends up being a problem for you. So trying to find that middle ground with your kids sometimes it's tricky.
Yeah.
Because Jason's the king. He should be put on the pedestal. But you believe it, I believe it, we love you, But not everybody sees it like that, and they see you as a threat.
Yep. And it was a good question that's been going on. So what age do I become from keeping the door to the threat?
It's true.
And it's like that's every time I see pictures like that, it fucking me up. I'm like, damn.
I watch Jace all the time, and he has a really bad habit already. When you put a hoodie on him, he wants to put his hood up all the time, and he'll be 3, and I am so terrified that he's gonna be 6 or 7 one day, walking down the street, and he wanna throw his hood on, and somebody sees that as a threat.
I think that what we're doing right now as a society is working toward that being acceptable. Like raising awareness that a fucking hoodie is a fucking hoodie.
Yeah.
It's not a symbol of a threat.
Yeah.
We grown as fuck, and whenever we go walking, I never put my hood up.
I ain't gonna lie. When I'm in the car, I take my hood down.
Yeah. So like, we at the creek car walking.
Yeah.
I usually, if I'm at the gym, I put my hood on,
Yeah.
tighten it up, have my skull cap on. I never put my hood on out.
Weird.
Even if it's cold and windy outside, I had them up linked back, like on the back of my big ass head, so they can see my face. I'm a grown ass man. I'm scared to wear my fucking hoodie.
Maybe we should start challenging the stereotype.
I don't know. I'm a big ass.
Wear your hoodie.
I'm a big ass dude.
Yeah, wear your hoodie. Put your hood up.
Put your hood up.
Okay.
I'm just saying because it might be something that we subconsciously are doing, but that's another learned behavior. We've learned that you get chastised if this is the situation. And I don't know, man. It's selfish of me to say try it because I know you a parent and you got a family to get home to. So
It's like, so it's hard.
Yeah, and same here. Like I don't know. In my head, I think about being here the next day, so I don't really want to put myself in a jeopardizing position either. It's rough, man.
You got another one? I'm good, man. Use another
They
one.
are good. Man. I ain't gonna lie. They are pretty good.
That episode day right there. You get 3, 4 of them. So, like I said, how do y'all feel about it?
Ooh.
Learned behavior. Comment below. If you ever do you feel like with your kids, you teaching them is learned behavior? What is it? Comment below. Go ahead, what's your
I
next
got a hot one.
Oh shit.
All right. Here we go. Statement and reaction.
Okay.
America should be separate but equal. The statement is America should be separate but equal. I've heard this before.
Yeah.
I forgot to throw it. Y'all. I forgot to throw it.
I think
That was
the
better.
question- I think the question is saying that we should divide everybody but make it equal.
Uh-huh.
So
I think
there's
live separately.
a young lady that I work with.
Talking about Bianca?
He fucked up. He fucked up.
Hey, y'all. Hey,
A young
what's up,
lady
girl?
without a name.
Without a your name. Your name.
I don't know, that's the one you keep talking about all the damn time.
Damn, I ain't
Take
telling you,
his
so
cup.
you should have. Keep my clothes.
Take his cup.
Just be trying to tell you about my day at work.
Mama named y'all. I'm gonna call y'all.
Somebody take his cup. That's cup number 1 and a
I'm
half. Take
gonna
his
go.
cup.
I'm gonna go.
Take his cup right now.
I'm just saying.
Look, that basket was a little closer back to the door. A little closer back to the door.
Hey, that was funny as hell, man.
That's why you don't let your friends drink wine.
My mama named Glenn. I'm gonna call Glenn.
She thinks that segregation was not an entirely bad thing. She thinks that we should have kept going with segregation, that we could have had better schools, better opportunities. She believes in the separate but equal. She thinks that that was a good thing for us.
But when we had that though, they bombed it. We had black
No,
wall.
but I thought you was referring to separate but equal.
No, we had separate, and we was thriving with Black Wall Street and all the other stuff in Tulsa.
Yeah.
And what happened? Bombed the fuck out of it.
Well, that is her belief that we should move forward,
Yeah,
and she
all
thinks that
black
segregation
girls.
it should be a thing again. And
I've
she
heard
thinks
it before.
that's the only way to keep us safe is the way that she's looking at it.
I've heard that before.
But I don't.
I don't think that you can be separate
Yeah.
but equal.
And equal at the same time, no.
Mhm.
It's no possible way. Because one's gonna still think they're better than the other. You'll never be equal if you're separated.
I think you in a society that, basically what would happen is if you're separate but equal, you got your own community that your money is going to circulate through. Meanwhile, you're still probably going to spend your money, basically, you're going to spend your money outside of your community sometimes, and they're not going to spend enough money inside of your community, and it's not going to circulate properly. There's still going to be crime, there's still going to be people in poverty
And it won't
within
be
your circle.
sustainable.
And it wouldn't be sustainable. Yeah, I think that eventually you would kill yourself quicker.
It could be sustainable, but once one gets better than the other, that's gonna
Comes
cause
envy.
I
There's
just don't
still
think at
envy and
this
divisiveness.
I just don't think that you have enough like-minded people to make it sustainable.
no.
That's like that
think
town.
we
Did
are.
you guys hear about they're planning on black, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Investors are planning on buying this town in North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that. But what they would like to do is purchase that town and make it black owned. It'd be all black owners of
It's like
everything.
Black Wall Street Part 2. That's
Yeah.
what it is. They trying to make
Yeah.
Black Wall Street Part 2.
Interesting.
I can see it work. See,
Sounds dangerous to me.
no, I can see it happening.
It could happen in 2020.
It can happen in 2021. It can
But
happen.
you couldn't separate like
Oh,
we
you
don't
said-
allow white people to live here.
Right.
If that's what you're trying to do,
But
you would just own the town and you would own everything and be black
If we
owned.
being honest, I think Tulsa Part 2 will happen. Because you're gonna get a society that's thriving.
That ain't gonna happen.
It can happen.
Not in
Look-
2020.
Look what the fuck going on right now, and it's 2020.
We got cameras.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
The
We
cameras,
got guns.
cameras can still be talked around.
I don't think that the environment is the same as it used to be.
It's
See,
not.
just to be clear, I believe black people can be successful within this country. Like some people don't, and I think it's interesting. That's something that we got to talk about. I do think that the black American can be successful and thrive within this country and be a part of being patriotic. Some people don't feel the same way. What y'all think about
I
that?
feel like we
Do you feel like you American?
I just think that most of us are so
I'm African
conditioned,
American.
to be
Hmm.
or feel beat down, you know, like we don't have the same opportunities, or you got to get it out the mud all the time. Like you just don't have the resources that you need. Well, a lot of the times that's just not the case. You are just conditioned to think that that stuff is not there at your disposal.
Mhm.
So
And for certain people, it's not. But most people in that area, and you just, like you said, making their excuse to not.
you
push
just
yourself
conditioned
forward.
to not even, you know, you don't even see
You don't
that. You
see
don't
it,
see the
right.
opportunities when they are arising. You don't see the help that you could have because you are conditioned to think that, you know, we black, this is how it go.
Like with that last week, we was talking about asking for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of the things. Somebody gonna put their hand out for you for a handout, but you feel like you're too good to take a handout
Yeah.
and you look weak. So you don't take a handout, so what you do? You start struggling.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one thing as a society we gotta stop. We gotta stop feeling that a handout or somebody trying to help us is an issue and we gotta get it out by ourselves. No,
And that is
in
a learned behavior.
every other
Mhm.
society, one person make it, they teach that next person to make it. That next person teaches the next person to make it. And they build a staircase to make it.
I feel like if you can do better, then do better.
Mm-hmm.
But if recent history is showing you that you need some help, then take the help. And I think removing the stigma is probably something that we need to think about as a community too. Like there's a stigma with being less than.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it just comes with capitalism, I guess. You know, but I do believe that black people have a place within this society. And I hate that people had the idea that we not patriotic about the country. I know Juneteenth came up and all that stuff, but I think we are patriotic. I think we are at a certain point. You do have to say, I'm black American. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else than here.
We built
But
this
I
place.
want to, yeah, we built this place. We have a place here.
So when you say black patriotic, I feel like we're patriotic because we know that our ancestors is the one that really did all the damn fighting to make this place to where it is now.
I feel like America does not treat me as good as I would like it to, but it's still the place I want to be. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else. So with that being said, he said Wakanda.
Well, don't say nothing, but say nothing.
Man, you're hilarious. I feel like I just feel like, you know, at a certain point, this is where I want to be, and I do my best to represent my culture the best way I can.
We got more freedom here than we have any other place.
Right,
Even though we're not free.
and that's worth fighting for.
And I feel like we all can come together as one. We can change this motherfucker around and do what we should be doing.
I feel like we got the magnifying glass on us at all times. I still am astounded that we make the fucking St. Louis news every day when we the minority. I mean, I get it, there's a lot of us here, but around the country, all you see is black people and violence on the news. It just seems a little bit out of ratio. Don't that seem like
It's what's called. It's targeted.
it's targeted,
It's
right?
targeted.
They created a villain, and when they focus on the bad guy at all times. I'm not saying we the bad guy, but I'm saying they give you a fucking.
Yeah.
They give you a target. They give America a visual of a bad guy.
But you look at it this way: if you go on social media, you will see all these videos of other races, Caucasian races, attacking officers with knives.
Yeah.
But that don't make it on the news.
Right.
We gotta go to social media to see that.
Yeah.
They'll let it be on social media, but it's not gonna be the most targeted thing on the news because that's not gonna get the agenda pushed.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's targeted media. It's targeted to say that, oh, it's us doing everything. When it's not. Now, I will admit it. Our culture does things we shouldn't do. Get put out there. But if you really look at the numbers, it ain't really us.
Mm-hmm.
It's other cultures.
I've always been one to take back and look at things. So I take a step back and I say, okay, what am I seeing here? Like overall, what's the big picture? What's going on? And if I feel like if a lot more people did that, they would be able to come together and come up with a game plan to do that. But a lot of people just don't do it. A lot of people don't see that the media kind of dictates people's opinions. And if you view it like that, then it will control your actions a little better. That's just like when we worked at that place together. We worked at that place together and everything was on camera. Something I learned is that it's not about what you do or what you say or anything like that. Because in that building, the cameras told the story. If anything happened, they reviewed the cameras.
The camera to everything.
Yeah, the camera told everything. So if they see you acting a certain way, you could be calm as hell. Be like, man, motherfucker, you ain't gonna touch me. I do this,
Intimidate
this,
with
this,
your
this,
hand in
this,
the
this.
pockets.
Well, nah, it would even do that. Even if you put your hands like this, whatever. You can say what you want. But most people don't do that. They actually go to putting their hands on and doing this and this and that. And they get to a point where they like, okay, this is what we saw, and you fired. But I think that overall that's the point though. It's like if you take a step back and you see what's the ultimate outcome based on what you're seeing other people's outcome come out as, you should dictate what the positive behavior would lead to. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just a lot. Because even then, shit, you do the right thing, still end up getting killed. It's tough, man. I believe in it. I believe in the rebels. I believe in if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. The shit happened.
Give us one more. We got time for one more. We got time for one more.
Hate to be so divisive. White privilege is not real because blacks now have more opportunities to be successful.
We already discussed this bullshit. That's bullshit.
Let me
Because
say it one more time.
go ahead.
White privilege is not real because blacks now have more opportunities to be successful.
Even with us being successful don't mean it don't exist. Like I just said with the whole damn thing with the cops. A black person get pulled over, take his hands out, is probably gonna get killed.
Mm-hmm.
A white person can pull a knife on the cop, and they sitting there, sir, can you calm down, sir? It's privilege regardless of what you do. And my thing is, if I go into a job now and interview, and then I have the credentials, there's still gonna be a white person that can beat me out for that job.
Yeah. I think one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other one. It's weird to pit them against each other. I mean, it's kind of easy bait. What I would say is that one thing has nothing to do with the other one. Until white people stop getting the benefit of the doubt, we really, you're going to continue to see the white privilege. Meanwhile, I don't get that same benefit of the doubt. I got to put my hoodie down at the park.
There you go. So, with the guy, what's the guy that killed those jogging?
Mm-hmm.
Ahmaud Arbery. So anybody else that we see out there jogging with some headphones in, jogging through that same neighborhood, ain't gonna get stopped. Ain't gonna get frisked, ain't gonna get pulled over, ain't gonna get shot. Like I said, like you said, we go outside with a hoodie on, we gotta be like, oh shit, let me go ahead and pull that back. Anybody else put a hoodie on, they set. They gonna stop them and ask them questions. They be like, oh, sir, where you going, blah, blah, blah. They gonna shoot us first and ask questions later. Well, he had a hood on, he wasn't responding. Maybe he had headphones in. They don't think the fact that we have headphones in. They shoot first. Anybody else, they have headphones in, hoodie on, they gonna stop them, make sure they see him. Hey, sir, let him pull the hood down, let him take the headphones off, yes. Oh, where you going? We don't get that same benefit. That's privilege.
I feel like I don't put myself in those situations. Does that
Hell no, I understand.
does that make me? I don't know. Am I overthinking it or am I?
I put it this way.
I don't put myself in those
when
situations.
When I get in the car, I take my license out, And I say, and my insurance is always put up in my phone on the things that ain't closed. I put my license in the door handle, and I have my phone sitting on the armrest.
Some people don't think like that though. I know, like I got a sister. My sister do what the fuck she want to do. I mean, every decision that she made was always truly her. You know what I mean? Me, I don't know if I overthink stuff, but I feel like that's the responsible thing to do. But she get up and she's a free spirit. She do what the fuck she want to do. So I don't know. I just always think about who's right in this situation, the way she lived her life or the way I live mine.
Yeah, both could be, because like I said, I like when you put over, you had the windows already down when they get up to the window?
Yes.
Hands on steering wheel?
Yes.
Too?
Nah, but I got idea. Honestly, since I work in law enforcement, they don't really fuck with me like that.
So for me, since I work at, I keep that badge around the window frame in the neighborhood I drive to, because as soon as they sit there, they be like, all right, you go ahead and go, I know where you going. But in other places, I keep my hand like this, and you get to the window, I'm what you need first.
I also think that that's part of conditioning, because even myself, I keep my nursing badges, I keep them on my rearview mirror. I make sure when I get in the car, if my hair is down, I pull at least the front back so you can see my face. I pull my mask down so you can see what's going on. And if you do pull me over, listen, sir, my insurance cards are right there. I'm gonna keep my hands right here, but that is still all a part of how we have been conditioned at this point. White privilege is real, but I think that it has a little less power if you give it less power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
What about you, sir? You concur?
I concur.
We ain't heard from him in 25 minutes.
That'll be in my part.
Two pairs of socks. What is your statement?
I would say the same thing as Jay. I mean, I saw this movie, The Hate U Give, and this dad was giving the talk to his kids. It wasn't about the birds and the bees. It was just about how when you get pulled over and stuff like that. I thought that was like, I was thinking about that. Like, that's probably the talk I'm gonna have to give to my son.
And it's a whole potential that
Yeah.
you gotta give your kid. They talk like, hey baby, when you get pulled over, don't move nothing, don't touch, like when mom in the store, don't touch nothing, don't shake nothing, don't ask for nothing.
Yeah.
That talk, and it's terrible that we have to give our kids that talk.
Yeah, it's terrible how we gotta get that talk now, man. Just like, it's 2020, man. And we shouldn't have to be giving like our kids, you know, our daughters, our sons, that talk to how to do that when police come and stuff like that. My dad never gave me that talk about that. I just kind of just.
Well, your parents are different.
Well, my dad never gave me that talk. I'm just like, if I had one, shut your ass up.
I'm surprised that daddy didn't give him talk. His daddy was around with civil rights and shit was going on. So I don't know why he gave him the talk.
He was a baby boomer.
His dad got hit with the water hose once or twice.
My dad was fighting the war. That was he was.
And he still didn't give him the talk.
He never gave me the talk. So I mean, I just kind of had to learn on my own and stuff like that.
Man, your daddy fought in this country?
Vietnam War.
See, it's bad. Well, I know he never. I can tell you never talk. There's certain things that be happening now that he called me up like, "Hey, bro, I can't believe this just happened." And he told me some shit that happened to me on the fucking regular. I'm like, "What are you talking about? Somebody calls you out your name, and that's a regular Tuesday." What you mean? That's every other Friday.
I mean, we went to a predominantly white school, and that shit never happened.
What do you mean? No, at that time it was mixture. At that time, it was
predominantly white though.
No, we outnumbered at Pattonville.
You sure we
Yes.
did? It was seen we were predominantly white.
We outnumbered at
in
Pattonville.
our year.
It was minority school. It was we outnumbered.
But I never got called out my name like I did at work.
Where?
Not
At Pattonville?
No, I never got called out my
All
name.
through high school, I got called my name.
Not me.
Playing sports, you ain't get called your name?
Not one time from like a white person. No, not one time like I did at work, bro.
You had a very different experience than the rest of us then, because
whoever called him
I
out,
went to school in the hood.
because we still looking for the person that said he don't speak monkey to my boy.
I know who did it.
I'm still looking for it. Tell my boy. Yeah, working boy, man ain't gonna tell me I don't speak monkey. Yeah.
Oh, we ain't. Oh,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna tell the people about the incident at work? Oh, just pissed me off so bad. Oh my god.
He called me. I was like, huh?
should do? What the fuck? Whatever you was chewing, you should have spit that shit on him.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
I would have.
Because spitting on somebody, we already got this conversation. Spitting on somebody is the lowest of low of low. That's the low. I
I'm
can
sitting
text.
here talking to you. You supposed to be. I done worked with you all of this time. You're supposed to be a friend or co-worker. Anyway, we cool or whatever. I'm talking to you. Not you. Don't chew with your mouth full, but you know, stop speaking like a monkey. What kind of shit is that?
First of all, when he told me the story, he had the mask up, so he couldn't see what he's saying anyway. So how you gonna regulate what the fuck I'm saying? Is I don't speak monkey. You can't hear me. I have a mask up.
Because I think it was said with the intent to see what type of reaction he would have. I don't think that, you know, maybe this guy is just kind of testing the waters to see how far he can go.
They do that.
And unfortunately, right now, that's what it is. People are testing just to see how far they can go and how much they can get away with.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was his way of like, all right, he let me get away with this. The end card coming next.
Nah, if in card come, it's a whole different situation.
But you're not a fighter, and everybody knows that.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
I was so upset for it. I was ready to come to the job and fight for
If
it. I was
anybody
so
here knows
upset.
that Joe is not confrontational, raise your left hand.
If you felt like it was, if you felt like it was that bad, I would go to manager.
He did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. It should be done, right?
Yeah, it's a done situation now.
I would have had a slightly different reaction
Yeah,
than what
that's
Joe
what
had.
I'm saying.
You said what? You said what? Okay.
I do my Vaseline.
Hey, look,
When the
I
line
told
was
you-
a night.
I told y'all before, I believe in all outcomes. So both reactions are correct. I think that for me, I read this book that talked about the 20% difference. There's a difference between your job and your white counterpart. It's a 20% difference between the same job, same title, because you are making an impression for everybody that came before you and everybody that's coming after you. The white people really don't have that same responsibility. They hire another one and it's nothing, but then they always gonna remember Joe? Remember Joe? Joe flipped out for no
He punched
reason
him in his
and
face.
dragged that dude across the assembly line.
That wouldn't be me because I would have had a totally
Next time we
different
hire
reaction.
somebody, we gotta make sure that he ain't the same person as Joe.
He can't have that same temperament. Them black people, they be getting a little aggressive. They can't take a joke.
But that's what it is.
That's what the stories say. But you know what they say? You know, we don't get to write the history books. History got some of the best storytellers, the best liars. They done wrote some of these books, and they tell the story.
But on that note, this is another episode of If You Will.
Man, shout out to
Shout out to you for these cards. These right here came in handy tonight. We got to get you some bracelets, a hoodie, something. If we hit that 200, we start giving stuff out. We got to give you something. You gonna get the first gift card. Because that right there, that was in the clutch.
We're gonna have an If You Will bikini or something
Right,
like that.
something. You gotta have to give you something.
She needs something
You
special.
need something special for those. Well, yeah, this If You Will, your boy Will, aka Kibbles. Follow me on Instagram at William Kibbles Jr. 35. Twitter, Kibbles with a Z. We 35. And Snapchat, William Kibbles. TikTok, Kibbles with a Z 35. What you got for me?
Hey, you know your boy on Instagram, tired_of_running.
Running.
By the way, shout out to y'all. Y'all had a lot of views last week. We need more comments, keep coming to me. But man, like I said, the listenership, man, that's what we do this for. A podcast. We still here for y'all. I be seeing y'all listening in, man. Hey, your boy A in the building. What's up?
Tired of running.
Stupid.
Go ahead, Jay.
Team hers.
Hey, nah, fuck that. Team Kibbles.
Team hers, man. Team hers, man.
Right there, the guns. Put it down below Team Kibbles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he ain't gonna get him away lost shelter. We know already. Because, you know, he ain't got no beard to cut off anyway, so you already know
There you
that.
go. There you
Yes,
go.
he don't do now.
You get a tattoo?
That is a beard where I just start eating kitty cat beard. That's what that is.
I like your baby beard.
That's what he's baby stepping. Go ahead though. You wanna get yours out?
Nah, you good.
No, good. You wanna get yours out? Oh, okay, another episode, if you will. Till next week. Now YouTube, go ahead and get you some coldest water. Link in the description below. 16 hours of coldness. I had this every day. I drop it, I throw it, I hit it, I flip it. Still working good. So get you some cold water links below. We at 168 right now. We need another 32 followers.
Good job, brother.
Math is hard, boy.
Good job, boy. I see you. I knew you was gonna fuck it up. I said,
But yeah, another 32 followers. So we start these raffles, these gift cards, these merchandise, all that stuff. 32 followers, 200. 200. And like you said, hit Team Kibbles below.
Words
You
are
want
hard.
us- You know words are. Team Kibbles below. I get my wee wee.
Team Hers, you
I
already
had my
know what's
croissant
up.
today. Be wee wee today. Team Kibbles below. Comment for this weight loss challenge.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
looking out for
Hey,
it.
hey, I had a rough week. I need y'all to motivate me. I'm motivated by the fans. So comment below, Team Hers, and we know what's up.
Team Harris, you comment Team Harris, that means you gotta dread your hair up. Go with the ball, nigga. You know, go with the ball. The ball man save
Hey,
lives.
you go with Team Kibbles, you gotta shave your head. What you rather do?
You go with Team Kibbles. Everybody gets sleeve. Everybody gets sleeve.
Alopecia.
He canceled for that one. If you will.
Hey, it's if you will.